Cool. Hi guys, I'm George from DoraHacks and welcome back to another episode of Dora Grant DAO Community Voting Round 1 Finalist Demo Session. I'll be your host and moderator for this demo session, and please feel free to reach out to me at any time via my Telegram at GP_Dora if you'd like to connect and chat more about building a project with DoraHacks. For a bit of background on the Dora Grant DAO program, it's a community-driven program to fund the hacker movement, explore and assist hackers with innovative ideas, and eventually help them build important products for the future of multi-chain Web3 ecosystems. At DoraHacks, we support the hacker movement and strongly encourage our community to participate in helping select which startup projects they believe in by voting for the projects which they would like to see receive some funding from Dora Grant DAO. I'll speak a little bit about the voting process before I introduce the projects that we have with us today so that you can get familiar with how it is going to work. So basically, the community voting for the first round of projects opens up on November 5th. I believe it's the 4th Singapore time and goes to the 13th. Now, in order to vote, essentially one vote equals 0.5 VC Dora. And I'll speak a little bit about how to get VC Dora as well. And obviously the funding allocation will be given to the teams that have the highest amount of community votes. Now, in order to receive VC Dora, you will need to stake the Dora token. Now, to prepare to be able to stake, you will need to have some Ethereum just to cover the small gas fee when staking. And then when voting, you will need some BNB for the gas fee to vote on our platform. So in order to get VC Dora, essentially you'll need to connect your wallet to the DoraHacks staking function and then click Stake Dora. And then you select your amount to stake within the box and then the lock time. Now, the amount of VC Dora, which is voice credit Dora, that you receive in return for your Dora token is dependent on how much you stake, obviously, and the lock time. So we can see in the next slide here that you can see kind of how it works. So obviously, the longer you stake for, the more VC Dora you get. And it's important to note that as the time unwinds, the amount of VC Dora that you have decreases. So you want to vote pretty much as soon as you stake. Then you'll be able to see your balance and the staking end date. Cool. So that's how you stake. Now, in order to determine how much you actually want to stake, I think it just really depends on how many votes you would like. I mean, as I mentioned before, it says it here, one vote is equivalent of 0.5 VC Dora. So you can work out how much, or how many times you want to vote, and work out exactly how much you want to stake. So yes, that's a little bit about staking. If you want to learn more, there is a link in the description of this video where you can see, you can learn a little bit more and watch an actual video that we've created on how to stake. So today we have got 3 finalist projects joining us to speak about their project and give us a demo. They are The Wake, Color Network, and Web3 Cloud. For the audience, please feel free to share any questions that you may have during the session in the YouTube or Binance Live chat rooms, and I will ask the teams these questions as we go. So without further ado, let's welcome the Wake team to present their project to us and speak a little bit about their building. Hey guys.
Hey George, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Thanks for the perfect opportunity, and thanks everyone who watching us today. Let me share my screen. I guess it is okay right now.
It should be coming up. There we go. Yep.
Okay. Let me check one more time. I guess it's okay. So let me introduce myself first. I'm Samet, CEO of The Wake, and let me talk about my background a little bit. I work with the IAS in Thailand, and after I work with the Okra, I'm the software engineer actually, and I have my own company, disasoftware.com. And after the Disa software, the Wake in my mind for last like 5 years, 6 years, and here we are for the 15 months, and we build beautiful, amazing project. So let's move on the slides, and let me try to explain what we try to do. So The Wake is the first and the largest isometric multiplayer role-playing game, actually, the MMORPG, and we're using the Norse mythology, of course, the project in the metaverse. So we say power of genre because we believe like play and earn system born with the MMORPGs before the blockchain technology and the NFTs. These players, hardcore players who playing the MMORPGs, they selling their account and their items on the eBay and the Amazon. So we can say play and earn born with the MMORPGs. I guess all the AAA studios and the hardcore games agree with me. So the next slides, I will just mention one thing. The mindset, hardcore gamers and the Web2 side is converting to play and earn. Everyone like that mentality actually right now, and everyone we believe like if we process, I mean, if we provide the real AA, AAA in the Web3, it will be great for the Web2 players jumping to Web3 side. But unfortunately, right now is like Web2 hardcore players is not so high. It's like just 2 million. And what we try to do as a the Wake, we try to being bridge between Web2 and the Web3, and the best solution for us provide to the Web2, the traditional gamers, to the real game, because these guys, it can be don't understand the blockchain and the NFTs, how it work, even don't have any idea about the Bitcoin or Ethereum. It can be. So we educate all these people and provide the best game and convert all these guys jump on the Web3. And here is the story of Iva. Iva is our main character, and until the beginning, we carried the storyline a lot. So I don't want to give the spoiler, but the story beginning like Avia is opening his eyes in the Helheim, in the nothingness, and his daughter is missing. There is a lot of gods in the Norse mythology, so face off with a lot of adventure in the quest. And next slides, I will show you the main game loops. So what you players can make what in the Wake. So main game loops will be quest, dungeons, castle war, land war, and a PvP arena. All this game loop is very private and very unique in the game system. And we offering like features. We say features, and what is the features? As you know, we're not focusing just one thing. We are the MMORPG, and after the global launch, we have the support, and we have to add million new things. Especially, we can add new revenue streams. We can add million of contests, tons of new activity. This is the MMORPG. And another thing I have to mention about the MMORPGs, they are more addictive and the long-lived genre. So today, if we look at the like RuneScape is like 30 years old, but still have like more than 5 million active players daily. So here is inside the Wake, some numbers, and I will explain. As you see, we have more than 400 different quests right now, 52 gods. We have amazing skill system. When I'm playing demo, I will explain how it's working and why it is unique. So right now we have more than 250 different skills. And until the beginning, we're planning like provide to people monthly more than 160 hour new content. It's very, very important because first thing we offer the players Web2 and the Web3 fun and enjoyable, a real game. This is the point. We have 9 maps. Each map is 10 kilometers square and totally 90 kilometers square. And about the environmental design and TAM, we believe ourselves, we trust ourselves, and we're not using artificial intelligence. So you cannot see in the maps like to place yields, hills, tree. Of course it will be, but I'm just trying to explain all the maps coming from the stretch by our own hands. We have more than 300 mobs. We have more than 1,000 special NFTs and 80 dungeons. And for the combination, for the skill trees, I will explain more. We provide the people more than 10 million different skill tree you can build. And here is the set and items. So there is 5 empty slot in your inventory. All these things is coming from the game, actual game footage. And I have to mention, like, if you collect 5 rare item, with the same name is like dragon chest, I mean dragon trousers, dragon helmet, dragon boots. If you collect all these rare items with the same name, you can convert to the set item to the set. So set will give you a lot of stats, abilities, attributes, and new special skills, which is very very important because like we encourage the players explore the map because you can find a lot of things. You can face off with the gods surprisingly if you hit some walls or some hills. You can face off. You can find it in special events or the dungeons. Is very important. So here is the skill combination, how it works. I will explain more when I'm playing the game. But we saying like even just for one skill, you have more than 7,000 different combination. And if you look at the total skill tree, it will give more than 30 million combination actually. The best skill tree for me because I'm coming from the AAA studios. I worked with the CD Projekt Red before in the part of the Witcher 3 game. I also work with the Namkai Bando, and it's very important. And we believe like the right now, current the best skill system have like Pet of Exile, but we will be competitors for Pet of Exile. So in game, what we have companions, which is we have two different companions. One of you can ride in the server. Just imagine you riding like magical puma and panther in the server in the village, and everyone look at you. And the second companion just following you and attacking and defending with you. So we have gems. It's very important because it gives shinings effect to your weapon and plus attributes. We have loot boxes, of course. We have amazing rank system. You can collect some points with some activities like quest 2 point, got guild 2.5. It's going like etc. And end of the season, you can claim all the rewards, and rewards is like kind of big. We can promise about that. We have elixirs you can get from the market, loot boxes, and some special events. It's like we have a lot of elixirs you can use for upgrade your character and upgrade your items. You can use teleport to the random dungeons because we have dungeon systems like S class, S plus, S minus S, and with the random dungeon elixir, you can directly teleport to the biggest dungeon with like lowest fee, lowest registration fee. So we have potion. Keys is very important too because you can get from keys from staking and the dungeons and some special events. Keys are necessary items actually for enter the dungeons. By the way, all the items, every assets in the game are NFTs. So one more unique feature about the Wake crafting system. So we provide actually we encourage the people. Okay, don't spend 1,000 hours in a game. You can be tradesman. You can use your use your mindset and make trade and upgrade your items. Try to sell, buy, etc., etc. So, give an example. I have +6 eggs, and I want to upgrade to the +7. And if I success, all good. If I failed, there is two options waiting you. One is your NFTs can burn, vanish forever, and the second one is like second options. Your plus can drop to the zero. So which is important. It will be actually stabilized to the marketplace, and it's good move. So when you enter the wake, there is waiting for nations for you. You have to select one and directly jump to the class. Nations are just the cosmetics, but classes is very, very important because there is a lot of math in the backend. So we make a lot of test skills and classes because it must be balanced between all the classes. Otherwise, you will see just a whole try in the game. There is the NFT charts. Every, like I mentioned, every piece of items in the wake are NFTs. And with the alpha launch, we will release just 1,000 NFTs. This is the reason why, because every NFT is coming from the concept art, and they are asset in the game. Actually, you can see the NFTs is not coming from the generator. It's like elf, blue elf, purple elf, black elf. We don't want and don't like this system, so we're not using generator. And Utility is the maximum level in the wake, especially for token and the NFTs, because of the just 1,000 collection with the alpha launch and all these NFTs is affect your gameplay directly. This is the utility actually. So you have to keep your NFTs for new upgrades, and you have to keep your NFTs for continue to the game because you're using your NFTs. Here is the tokenomics. About the tokenomics is very special and unique for the wake. Until the beginning is like we want some economy, free model economy, and depends for actually we really want the economy depends on the player's action and behavior. Because of that we create this system. We believe it will be success will come in the long term with that strategy because the holders will be the gamers, which is very, very important for us. And if I mention the key highlights about the tokenomics, we encourage the people, and after the TGA, with the TGA, the alpha launch will came out directly and utility will be like maximum level. So for the players, you can get, after the TGA, you can get the NFTs with the staking. For the Web3 investors, you can get token by the investing in the farming. There is a lot of features waiting you after TGA. So here is the vesting schedule. I will just pass that because it's very complex and I cannot explain the whole section. You can directly go to the website and check all the system. So here is the stake benefits without stake. So we can say like stake is, it will be like premium system for the, if I give example for the Web2 side, you can think like stake system will be like premium in our game. And we actually we designed this stake and without stake because we carry the free to play players, guys. Okay, all the listeners and who watching us, you can play the wake directly with zero money, $0. You don't spend $1,000 for big rewards. So we provide to the people that one. So if you are talented, if you spend hours in our game, if you play a lot, if not playing a lot actually, if you play good, you can get in the top without spending $0. And how we manage that, because like I mentioned, we aiming to Web2 side and we need Web2 side player, the hardcore player, and we keeping the integration very, very simple for the Web2 players. So entering the wake, jumping the wake world, it will be very easy. And these guys don't need to spend money because we have affiliate system and referral system. So who came in from Web2 side, it will be ready to play directly. This is very, very important. And we have a lot of tutorial when you play the game, and we educate these guys how to being familiar, I mean, how you understand the technology and how you play the game, actually, the metaverse, the Web3 game. This is very important. So I'm back into stake benefits. A lot of benefits if you stake, but this is not affecting the between free-to-play characters and the staking characters. So it will be premium, but the character, the stats, attributes will be same. So you can stake, but some free-to-play players can come on the PvP. When you play PvP, he can beat you. So we have tier system, like mentioned, free-to-play players without stake. It's always open and access the first 2 map. But if you stake and get the tier level, example, if you got tier 7, all the 9 map is yours. You can go explore. You can, of course, you can face off with the more gods. So this is the MMORPG actually, the structure working like that. We encourage the people playing more because there is tons of activity, but we provide actually the first thing is fun. So utility of token and NFTs. NFTs is very easy because, like I mentioned, NFTs is very important in the game because you're using directly, affect directly the game. And another thing is utility of token, which is very important. The first reason, and I mean the biggest utility, and I have to mention just that one is enough for all the structure. Utility of token is our token is currency in the game. So you will use our token, the wake token, as a currency in the game. It will be like game gold. So which is very important because the system will work like 20 years, 30 years because it depends on the players. So where we are right now, already we launched 2 different demos. Everyone go to the website and download our demos and can play. And next week we will launch multiplayer demo and making tournament. So you can guys follow us on Twitter or the Telegram, and you can find how you join because tournament will be very good. We're working a lot. Currently we are like about team, we are 18 people, and about the communities like that. About the technical, we're using the Binance Smart Chain and the Polygon right now, and initial launch for the game will be on the PC. But after the global launch, after 6 or 7 months, we able to deploy and release the mobile version, and it will be the cross-platform. So you will be join on your mobile phone, and I will use my PC, and we can play together in the same server. Here is our team. Already you know me, guys. Elida is our industrial engineer and COO. Blunt, our CTO, and coming from the Microsoft and Sony, he's one of advisors of God of War, actually, because we're saying like Stone, experience Stone, and know a lot of things about the Norse mythology. Talha also coming from the AAA studios and launched by himself more than 4 different games on the iOS and the Google Play, etc., Steam and Epic too. Azra working with the Nickelodeon before already and Warner Bros. Right now she's working with us. She's very talented and she's our art director. David Gulassi, our CSO. These guys is like published more than 4 or 5 different GameFi projects. One is Near Fantasy, and he claimed like more than $10 million actually. He's very talented and he can speak Chinese actually, and he has 15 million subscribers in the China in the Weibo. So Baekchan coming from Rockstar Games, you can find his name on the credits in the GTA 5. We're working with the environmental design. Saito is very talented, our blockchain developer, and our perfect advisors. Helen, maybe you know guys, Helen coming from the CDFI and Game Ovulation, launched more than 300 different GameFi projects. So this is the core team, and all these guys coming from the AAA studios. So you can trust us. We able to create the MMORPGs because MMORPG structure is complex, and if you don't have any experience, you will be failed. It's obviously clear. So we have a lot of MMORPG experience and environmental design, map design, quest design, etc., etc. Here is very sure.
Sorry, my friend. We've just got a time limit here, so I'll just give you one more minute just to wrap up your little section.
Okay. So let me play demo because already I give all the information.
No.
So okay, let me play demo. This is our dungeon demo actually. You can find on the website. So allow my pad and move on the dungeon. Here's my character, and I will show the skill tree. Actually, I really want that. Maybe you cannot, guys, see the 60 FPS, but if you don't, you can play. Let me show you skill tree. When I got my stuff, because first quest is like you have to find your stuff. This is one of our dungeon. Okay, I got my stuff. I have skill points right now. Okay, these 5 section is my actual skills, and first one is light orb. I'm throwing some light, and you can understand our skill system is like there will be like 10 different section, and every section giving like 5 different selection, and every selection you have to choose. Every section you have to choose. You can choose just one. And all these things is affect directly your gameplay. Right now, I can throw triple light bulb, as you see, and skill system is working like that, and game is looking like that is high quality. We're aiming to AA, and I want to say like last words. We're running prestige round until September 5, and we're seeking like $1 million already. with the Dora hack, we won two different hackathon. One of ABGA Clayton hackathon, we got the Clayton Choose award, and the second one is the Trust EVM. We got the first place. So here is the project. We are strong with every side. So if you have any question, go ahead.
Perfect. Thanks, Samet.
And I will die when I'm listening to you.
We'll just move on to the next project, and then any questions come up, I'll ask them as we go. But fantastic presentation.
Sure.
I think you answered everything that I had.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Thanks for
it's my pleasure. It's my pleasure, George.
Thank you. Perfect. All right, so we'll move on to the next project for today. So I'd like to welcome the Color Network. Welcome, Michael.
Hi, Dora. Hi, Dora community. Thanks for giving a chance to join the Dora Grant. I really great that you have got the opportunity to be here and to be with the community. And let's say what do you color? Color is the next generation of virtual social platform, what we build for the trader and investors. So let's start with the team. We have the Mr. Pika is our CEO, and I'm the CEO. We together we have missed for more than 17 years ago, and we form up a team with the system take care of the finance, affairs, and Tracy, and also the distribution and take care of the technical blockchains and smart contract and all the thing of the technical things. Yeah, so that's why we start with color. And we feel that when the retail content on the traditional form not rewarded for the real content, especially the content on the trading and on investments, and we found that when the investor and trader they have shown a lot of favorite channel in order to get the correct informations, and they have frustrated and they don't know what they have to focus on. So and then they just frustrated and confused to get their correct informations. And when they join into investment club, they find it hard to use different tool because they have to use the tool for the pool for the funding, and then they use another tool for checking and another tool for the management. So we make Kala as a one-stop investment hub for the people, for the community, to share the knowledge about the trading, about the investment, and then they can join the investment club and investment DAO, and we want to utilize the DAO of the group membership in which people will buy the NFT at a group of membership, and if they want, they have interest in any project, they can co-invest into a fund. We call that investment DAO, and when they have some communication, they can write chatting and discussing on the Kala social network. So that is the total solution for the trader investment club. So we have the joining here. People usually will gather in the Web2 social network here. They create the content, set the content here. And then when they feel they have something happening in their mind, they want to trade, they can go on the swap. We integrate the centralized chains of finance, liquidity institutional solutions. And also we integrate the Kyber swap, decentralized exchange for people to exchange the token to another's. And when they join into a group, they can join a community investment DAO, and they will issue the NFT. They can sell the NFT on the NFT marketplace right here. And not only for the people that have money, if they don't have little money, or they want to learn about the Web3 and blockchains, they can join the trading academy with Pew for the community right here. They can join the social group. The social group is mean another definitions of the era, but for the social. I mean, people, the Web3 project can go to our platform and distribute the airdrop to community to get more exposure to our community. So the user on the calendar work, they can earn, enjoy, and get funds on our calendar work. So this is the GameFi we have right here. We want to implement the GameFi elements into our platform. We divide it into two stages. The first one with the user on user, we get their user awareness by engage the people. to force main activity and reward them for the locking the app, like and post, and then they invite a friend, and how many active friends will affect the earning through the life cycle on the social network. And then when the user base grow, we turn to the more stable and dominant with the pen NFT. We have the pen NFT right here. This is a sample of the pen NFT. People we use the pen because the pen is the symbol of the creator and the creativity creator. So they can spend the Solana to buy expansion and pen and use and earning. So after a specific time, they can be derated. So they can buy the Kudo. Kudo is the social price token we have in the system. And they spend Kudo for the upgrading or realizing the need and upgrading to another pen. So all the activity that using Kudo for the activity, we use it for the planning, and we plan it to prevent it from inflation. So that is the direction model we want to implement for the gamification of the system. Yeah, this is the model of the community investment DAO that I just really says. We have the group membership because when the leader or the expert rate a premium content about the trading or investment, they can sell, they can monetize from their content. They just write something like market analysis and some premium or some high level of analysis of how a perspective of a symbol or a token they can share to their listeners. And if the members want to know more about it, they can buy the FT at a subscription model, just like the Bloomberg or the Times, News Time we're doing, but we want to implement this into the NFT. And when they, have some interest into a specific project, the DAO leader can create a DAO and create I call it the group of investment NFT, because one of NFT investment NFT will be represent a specific allocation of investment. So like let's say you have $100 and you want to invest into color, the weight or the Web3 cloud, you can mint the NFT right on the Color Social Network and sell it to the community. So anyone feel interested in the project, they can buy that NFT at investment. So by doing it, we can gather a lot of users into one platform and then make them as a VC. So we call it investment DAO. Yes. So after they invest into the project, they own the NFT, and the DAO leader can distribute the message or the content to those NFT player, and they get all exclusive information about the project. So that the concept about community investment DAO. It is our business model. So basically, Kala Social is a Kala Social network in which people usually gather and use their community investment down, and all the Web3 projects can gather using the advertisement. They can do the prop, and the user also join the game. So basically, all the activity will gather into the empty marketplace. So we have the empty marketplace here to get the revenue from the customer and investor, and all the service, 50% of service will be gathered into the chase pool and share back to the Kala network token holder and also the NFT holder. So that will be the win-win collaboration. So and get the people and incentivize the user to contribute for the role of the Kala network. Yeah. So this so far we have so far. Actually, we have released the alpha versions. Currently, we got 115,000 registered user, making more than 100,000 posts and live in commerce, as you can see on the screen. And we have onboard more than 16 partners that using Color Social as one of their official social media, beside the Twitter, Telegram, Discord, Facebook. Yeah. So let me demo some of feature we have on the Color Social network. Yeah, if you go to Calendar, you see the fit here. This is the tick we for our partner, our official partner, and you can connect using the PNP chain or the Solana chain. And after you connect, you can go to the home. You can see this pick, the pick here, or you can go to the group and see how the people gather here, just like the Color Social Network. We have the 5,000 members here. Some of the activity we make on the social network. You can even see the notifications, or you can chat with the orders. This is here to incentivize the member that daily logging into the apps. Let's go to the raw file. When you go to your file, you can see on the post here how many followers, how many viewer of the cool tokens you have been earning so far, and you can see check this tab to see the earning, the command, and the bookmark you have make, how many referral, or how much earning you see in the daily basis. Yeah, this is the alpha version, and currently we are working on the author. So let me show you the demo of the social DAO. Right here. Oops. Sorry, I have to stop. You see my screen? Is this my screen?
Not yet. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah. Yes, so this is the what I want to walk you through the empty marketplace right here. We have the empty marketplace right here. As you can see, you can sell and you can list on the pen NFT. Yeah, you can see the attribute, how many attribute here, and you can check on the scan. On the attribute, it is on change, and you can buy with the Solana. And then after you buy it, you can go to the your profile and see the my NFT, and all the NFT you bought on the marketplace will be displayed here. Yes. And after, you can sell pack easily to the marketplace right on the my NFT page. Yes, so the NFT will be respawned again into the marketplace with your suggested price. Yeah, so that is the marketplace. This is the unique selling point that we use the car social network and the NFT marketplace as a whole. You can sell your NFT on your profile, and you can sell back to the NFT marketplace within a few clicks. So I want to do the social DAO right here. When you write the group, you can log in and write it down using the Phantom wallet right here. and you can go and you can see how many proposals in the DAO and how much treasure, the value of the treasury. And when you want to distribute, you can deposit the MFT right here. You select the MFT, add the access, and deposit your MFT, and that MFT represents the investment allocation for the community. So like this, and within Felix, the user, the validator can mint the MFT and sell it and distribute it to the user by inputting some more informations. And yes, so that is the social community investment. When people, after you doing this, you mint the FT and you can sell it to the marketplace. So basically that's the concept on the cloud social network. Yes. So go back to the screen. Yeah, so that is so far about the color social network. So I would like to look for, if you want to have information about color network, so feel free to address. Thank you.
Thanks, Michael. Thanks for your time.
Yes.
I was wondering, I mean, in terms of your target user base, who is that? Like, who are you targeting, and how do you aim to go to market?
Yeah, firstly we go with the investor and trader. Actually, we partner with some of the community on trader and investor. We also have some partner with their project, Web3 project, so we can engage the order. And if they found any project in a partner that they have interest in, they can collaborate and make the distribute the investment opportunity on the cloud social network. Firstly, we will go with the Web3 project to engage more user, and then we know when we reach a certain round, let's say we have 200,000 user, so we can get the network effect and go effectively. Yeah, so that's the go-to market strategy we have. We go with the trader, investor, community, and we go with the web partner. And all together, we will bring the market option for the Web3.
Oh, fantastic.
Yes. Yeah.
Beautiful. Thank you, Michael. Thank you for your presentation, and thanks for your time today. And if any other questions do come up, I'll ask them as we go.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Beautiful. I will move on to the next team. Welcome to the Web3 Cloud team. Steve, how are you?
Yeah, thank Josh. I'm good. Thank you. Let me share screen.
Sure. Perfect.
Yeah, can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey guys, my name is Nguyen and I'm from People team. So today I'm gonna talk to you about Web3 projects. Yes, let's go. So what is Web3 cloud and why we build it? And Web3 cloud is either one-stop technology service provider for decentralized cloud computing that provide distributed storage and computing service for Web3. So what is the challenge of centralized cloud and why we build Web3 cloud? The first, what is the challenge of centralized cloud and opportunities of decentralized cloud? And currently, AWS and Google Cloud Computing and many other business are the leader in the centralized cloud computing. So the problem is they control the user data, security risk, and unexpected expense and privacy. But centralized servers architecture has some weakness as you see. The first, the security risk. In the centralized system, single point of failure either piece problem and DDoS attacks are just one common threat to security. In cloud computing, when the central controls got compromised, your data will be compromised. So the next is loss controls. In the centralized cloud-based infrastructure, the server misconfiguration leads to data leakage, and the data on the public cloud can be legally accessed by server provider, and law enforcement agencies can laws enforcement agency and foreign power. And the next is data privacy. The information of the customer and can be given to third party, potentially exposing the intellectual property. And the last one is unexpected expense. When we compare to decentralized cloud, centralized cloud needs lots of data center with high cost and with lots of security problem of centralized system. So to balance between resource security and acceptable return, we must spend more cost. So what are the opportunities of decentralized cloud? The decentralized cloud infrastructure means to propel low cost, reliable, and scalable cloud computing service. It has no DNS and no centralized authority, so it has no single point access. And the owner control, it can be self-hostable, selectively certified, and the third party cannot control. And the next is high privacy. The data can encrypt enforcement and are stored on P2P nodes, so no one can decrease except the owner. And the last is low cost, non-expensive data center and community contribute resource, so the cost is low compared to the centralized cloud. Yeah, and the next is our solutions. As we mentioned above, there are many advantages of the decentralized cloud. We are using IPFS, blockchain, and Kubernetes to build decentralized cloud service. IPFS got to do with all other hardware, so IPFS is really the backbone of Web3 cloud. So we are using IPFS to store and say our encrypted content, blockchain for payment and decentralized identifier, and Kubernetes for distributed computing service. Because it's distributed, we would get the distributions also implies resiliency and control. And the fact that it's decentralized means that there are no DNS, there are no centralized authorities or the single point of access. And the next integrations. We allow users to deploy any type of application as service interacting with the blockchain. And we also build rewards orchestrations. The network participant will get reward by providing storage and computing resource to the network. And the last is security. The secure network does maintain the anonymity of user and protect the intellectual property. And the next is business model. We are for the pricing model in pay-per-use. Users can pay per ingress and ingress traffic, taking into considerations the profitability of the network. And we make partnerships, establish this partnership with open source foundation to engage the network usage. And the market says constantly improve the protocol netting quality service in order to get market shares of the competitor. And the potential scenario. In the worst case scenario, the revenue will grow over the course of the years slower than expected, and the protocols will stay as digital life provider offering service worldwide. And to realize this case scenarios, and you can get $100 million yearly revenue and gain 20% market share of the main digital life competitor. And the best case scenario is you get $1 billion yearly revenue and then 3% market share of the main satellite competitor like AWS. And the next is cloud service market size. In quarter 2 2022, global cloud infrastructure service spending climbed to $55 billion and bringing the industry total for the trailing 12 months to more than $200 billion. And as you can see, the Amazon and Microsoft accounted for more than half of cloud infrastructure revenue in the 3 months ended 2030, with the 8th largest provider controlling more than 80% of the market. And the global infrastructure service market size was valued at more than 200 billion in 2021 and has grown 26% from 2020 to 2021. And more detail for data storage market size. The global next generation data storage market size was valued at more than 50 billion in 2018 and is expected to grow at a compound annual growth rate of 12% from 2019 to 2025. And enterprise data storage market size to grow by $1 billion, 34% of growth originates from APEX. So his Web3 cloud service, we're using all the protocol like Filecoin, IPFS, Kubernetes, and Handsets, and using the Ethereum Polygon to interact with blockchain. And we had a small module so like privacy, encryption, and B2B, immutable and packets modules. And we offer a lot of service like database storage, hosting, serverless, and DNS CDN on container. So, and then let me show you the demo. Sorry, can you see? Can you hear the sound?
Hi, Steve. Are you still there?
Yeah, wait a minute.
Hi, Steve, are you still there? Sorry, Steve, we still can't hear the video. That's not a problem. I can get into some questions if you would like. I think you need to unmute yourself potentially. I think your mic is muted on the live stream.
I'm sorry, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, sorry.
Sure, that's okay. No worries. I will get into some questions if that's okay with you. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Okay.
Cool. Cool. So, in terms of, I mean, so from my understanding, you're a Web3 like cloud-based service similar to Amazon and Google, etc. So, I mean, in terms of security, how do you guys plan to secure your protocol?
Yes. You means how to secure the network?
Yeah, secure the network. Yeah.
Yeah. Can you see my screen?
Not quite. Yep.
Yeah. So the decentralized network is the P2P network. So it has not a central server, and we just need to increase the content of data. So currently, the Filecoin is the published file sharing, has no encrypted data. So we build a storage can encrypt data and encrypt files split into files and storage file across multiple B2B networks. So if any one can get the data, but cannot decrease the files. So so I think the third party cannot use your data. And
Yeah.
also we build a lot of service like CDN to accelerate the networking workloads.
Yeah, got it.
Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you. Thanks, Steve, for your presentation and sharing Web3 Cloud with all of us. So that concludes our demo sessions for today. Thank you to all of the teams and presenters for joining us today and contributing your time and efforts to today's demo session. It was fantastic to hear from you and what your teams are building. Guys in the audience, if you do have any further questions for any of the presenting teams, please feel free to reach out and join their community, also join our community and engage with the teams, as I'm sure they'd love to hear from you. Please don't forget that voting does open on November 5th. So as I mentioned earlier, if you would like to participate in the voting for Dora Grant DAO, please stake your Dora and receive your VC Dora to be eligible to vote. Again, if you would like more details on how to stake and vote, please do refer to the link in the description of this demo session for the DoraHacks blog and video link to see how to go about that. Over the coming days, we do have more events, like you can see on our screen now, where more Dora Grant DAO finalists will be sharing their projects with us and giving us a demo. So if you are interested, please follow us on YouTube and Binance Lives. And yeah, please make sure that you do that so that you don't miss out on any of these sessions coming up. So thanks again for joining us today. We hope to see you again soon. And please follow us on Twitter, Discord, and on all the other social media platforms. And you can stay up to date with what we have coming up. So thanks, guys.
Thanks.
Yeah,
Thank you.
thank you, everyone.
Thank you, George.